Hi there, Sharon Hess here, the Good Gut Girl. So, continuing in our series of cooking in captivity in your pajamas, tonight I'm going to cook some apple crumble. So I don't often cook desserts because, as you can see, I'm pretty porky enough. I really don't need desserts, but sometimes you just want something sweet. And if you're already egg and dairy and wheat free, sometimes it's really tricky to find a dessert that tastes great. So this apple crumble, I think originally came from Therese Cutter, the healthy chef. I'm pretty sure it's one of her recipes, but I'm going to change it a little bit tonight because I don't have all of the ingredients that I would normally have for the recipe that's in the link. Okay. Hey Nicole. So for tonight's recipe, and two, the big thing with cooking in captivity, it's about, you don't have to have a kitchen full of lots and lots of appliances. I'm trying to do things in a basic kitchen, like your kitchen's basic, or your kitchen may not be basic, but if you don't have many things, this is a really good way to teach you how to do it. So for this apple crumble, you just need a bowl, a normal bowl, okay? You need some oats, you need cinnamon. Now, instead of a fancy measuring cup, just use a normal cup. A cup's a cup, it's no big deal, okay? We've got a little bit of desiccated coconut tonight. I've got some coconut oil, which I didn't have last night because I was really supposed to do this live last night. I've got some maple syrup. I've got some delicious sunflower kernels. And I've got some almonds, okay? So then what, and two. So, and then this is the big thing. What am I going to put this in, okay? So I'm in a place where I don't have lots of dessert dishes. So I've got this really great saucepan in my cupboard that is all stainless steel, so it can just go into the oven just like this, and it's little. This is enough for 2 people. Let me tell you, I don't want to cook dessert for 6 people when there's only 2 of us here, and I really don't need dessert anyway, so this is going to be the perfect fit. So I've prepared something a little bit earlier, which is not what I usually do in these cooking videos, as you all know. So what I've done is I've just put 2 apples. I had 1 Granny Smith apple and 1 normal apple, and I sliced them up finely, and I just zapped them in the microwave for about 3 minutes. That's all you need to do, just to make it a bit softer. I've actually done this recipe before and made the mistake of just throwing in raw apples, but it just doesn't cook that well. So all I'm going to do is put the apples into the pan, just like that. It doesn't need to be fancy, and I never peel things like apples like this because I really just don't think that they need to be peeled. So they're cooked, just throw them in there just like that, okay? So then I'm going to make the crumble. So for that we need 3/4 of a cup of oats. So I'm going to always put the cup in there, so then if it spills out, it's not the end of the world. So that's about 3/4 of a cup of oats. And you'll notice that the link in the recipe is a little bit different, but that's because I'm not making as much. So for this one, and you can see that I only use a shredded coconut, the desiccated coconut much, because it's a bit stuck in there, but that's okay. So I only need 1/4 of a cup. So that's about 1/4 of a cup. That'll do. Okay, I need a pinch of cinnamon. Be careful you don't put too much cinnamon in there because this has not got a thing on it. So just a little pinch of cinnamon is fine, maybe 2. That'll be okay. Now, the recipe that in your link says to use a cup of salted macadamias. I don't have any salted macadamias, but like I said, I have almonds and I have sunflower kernels. So I've just chopped up some of these. I'm just going to throw them in there like that. Just mix it up with your fingers, just like this. That's all you need to do. Then we need to get some coconut oil. So I only need about 1.5 tablespoons. So if you don't have a tablespoon, what do you call it? Measuring thing in your cupboard, you can use a dessert spoon. 1 dessert spoon, if you use 2 dessert spoons, it equals 1 tablespoon. So I'm just going to, and it needs if you were cooking a normal recipe and you weren't dairy free, you would just use butter, okay? But we can't use butter because we're going to do it dairy free. So we only need 1.5 tablespoons of this coconut oil, but it has to be solid, okay? So that's probably enough, I think. That's okay. So what you have to do, it's a bit yucky, but you just have to just mix the coconut oil in with your fingers, just like this, just to mix it all in, okay? And once it's mixed in, then it will be fine. So, and yeah, like I said, if you've normally made an apple crumble, you would normally use butter, but we're just going to use coconut oil because it's easy, okay? And that's probably about enough. Okay, but it's a bit messy, and I don't like the messy hands, but that's okay. So get that all off like that. Then we need to put in about 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. So I'm just going to pour the maple syrup in. I think that's probably about right. Okay, and just stir that maple syrup in there, which is all you need to do. Might just mix it up a little bit with my fingers. I think I might spread it through a little bit better. Okay, and you can see it's a bit hard to see the consistency, but it's all joined together a little bit. I don't know. I'm hoping that makes sense. Okay, so now all you need to do is pour and this is a crumble, this is a topping. Put the crumble on the top of your apple, just like this. Spread it all around, just like that. That's it. That's all you need to do. So now I have pre-prepared the oven and I put it on 200. And like I said, I think in one of my lives the other day, most things I cook, just cook it on 200. It's really, really easy. Most things will cook really, really well on 200. This will take about 15 or 20 minutes. And just keep an eye on it. It will get nice and brown and crisp on the top. And it's delicious. I've had this before, but I made it with macadamias before, not the almonds, but it will be really, really yummy. And then you can serve it with some coconut ice cream or some coconut yogurt. It will be absolutely perfect. So that's it for my cooking in captivity for the day. A delicious apple crumble that is wheat-free, dairy-free and egg-free. So if those are your intolerances, there's really no reason that you can't cook a yummy dessert. So I'm going to pop it in the oven and I'll send you a picture of when it's done. So thank you.